Are you ready? I hope you have a little bit of time because this weekend was a big hit. Here we go. Alright, YouTube, welcome to another episode of Nostalgic for Retro. Again, I'm your host, Jake, and it was a pretty good haul this weekend. Lots and lots and lots of stuff. A few items are superb, okay? They might be really good. Some of them are just okay, but man, did I get a lot of stuff for some cheap prices. Great too. This is another community sale. They have really been booming in this area or in my town right now. But this one will happen to be just 5 minutes down the road from me in a community just down the street. So I was happy to finally keep things local because normally I'm driving 30 to 45 minutes, even an hour sometimes, to the other side of town to find some amazing deals. But you know what? This time I got to keep it a little bit more comfortable and close. And man, it was great. It was a solid weekend. At first, I was starting to have some doubts. Struck out a lot. This community sale started at 7 o'clock, got there at 7 o'clock. People were setting up, people had been set up, and everyone that I talked to didn't have any games. Nobody had any, or they couldn't find them, or their sons, daughters, whoever went off to college, took them with them, and I wasn't finding anything for a while. In fact, I ran into some people who say, yeah, I've got some games, I'm not selling them though. I was like, jeez, okay, alright, fine, that's fine, you have your choice. And everything that I got today, just about everything, again, I had to ask. Ask. Friends, please, do yourself a favor. If you're out there hunting for these video games, a lot of people do not know what video games are. They don't even think about selling them. In fact, some of the people that I talked to, several of the people that I talked to said, oh, yeah, we've got a whole bunch of that stuff. Nintendo? Yeah, I've got a bunch. That's somewhere up in my attic. I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's in my storage lot down the road. I didn't even think about selling that stuff. We've had that stuff just sitting there taking up space for years. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. All right. So when I know of this community, it's an annual sale for this community, I know to come back here next year to hit them up. Because I told them, I said, I'll be back next year. I'll be back. Left my phone number with a few people as well. Don't ever get phone calls on that. It's only happened like once, maybe twice in the several years that I've been doing this. And I've never really had any deals work out, but you never know. I mean, it's better to leave them and have that chance than it is to not leave them that number and have zero chance, okay? Chances are slim, but slim is better than nothing. Anyway, let me go ahead and get on with some of my finds. Like I said, the first hour I struck out. I must have hit up a dozen homes within an hour. I mean, bam. Again, community sale, they were just, every other house down the street. It was going great as far as how many to hit, but they weren't hitting. So struck out and I was starting to get a little frustrated. I was like, man, there were other community sales going all over my city. So I was starting to think, should I leave this community sale? Should I go across town to another one? Or what? Well, it's a pretty big community. I stuck in there. I went ahead and just stayed where I was. I said, let's just take a gamble. I mean, that's what you do every time you go out on these hunts, is you're taking a gamble. Even when you find something. If it hasn't been tested and you're paying money for it, you're taking a gamble, especially some of this older stuff. Not even the older stuff. Some of this disc-based stuff, I find I've run into some problems. I get home with some Xboxes I get for cheap, and they don't work. They're not reading the discs. I've got a PS3 sitting here right now that I picked up about a month ago. It's got about 200 movies downloaded onto the PS3 itself, but the disc drive isn't working. So you never know what you're going to get into. It's always a gamble. But I stuck in there. I stayed with this community sale. My gamble paid off. Let me quit talking about how it all went, and let me just show you the goods, because I'm looking around right now and I got a lot to go through. So strap yourselves in. Here we go. All right. One of the first things that I picked up, gosh, where do I even begin? I'm sitting here looking at a pile of stuff right now and I don't even know where to begin. Here, we'll start with this. Okay? I picked up with this Zumba Fitness 2 for the Wii, complete in box. I mean, everything's in there. No big deal. I think I paid like $2 for this. I don't know. I'm a sucker for anything for $1 or $2. So I might have wasted $2 on this, but I got this. I'll get rid of this with some other Wii games. I'll just bundle it up, or if I come across, does this take a Fitboard? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's just controller based. Okay. So I don't know. I'll post this up. I'll get rid of it for cheap. I'll probably lose my $2 on it. We'll see. But got this regardless. Okay. So yeah, nice big thick box. I like stuff like this. Just catches my attention, and I become a sucker for it. But anyway, $2 right there. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Let me move on. That was probably the second thing I found, I think. The first thing I found, and again, this was after striking out several times, not finding anything. I finally came across somebody who had some video games, and these were sitting out too, and it said $2 each. I think that's what it said. Yeah, and were these all of them? I believe so. Again, y'all, I got so many things here. I had a hard time keeping track of what was with what bundle, but I think I got it accurately down enough. But anyway, I got some 360 games, Xbox 360 games. They all look excellent. I haven't tested them yet, but they look like they're in excellent condition. I'm sure they'll work, but if I do sell, whatever I do sell, I always make sure to test, because I do not want to put something out there for sale and then have it be-returned. That's not good business, and that's an inconvenience for me and the buyer, so I don't like to do that. I test everything. So the first little bundle of games that I got was Dragon Age Origins for Xbox 360. Here, let me see. How are we doing this? There we go. Dragon Age Origins for Xbox 360. I've got Dragon Age Origins Awakening Expansion Pack for Xbox 360. Okay. And they were asking $2 each for this. I got Red Dead Redemption for Xbox 360. So another copy of Red Dead. This one teased me. I was getting excited. I was about to say, man, this would make it, but it just wasn't quite the copy I was looking for. NCAA 12. Okay. Wasn't 14 or even 13 for that matter. 13 goes for not much, but more than this does. But I picked it up. I couldn't resist. And then in a just a black case, I got Elder Scrolls. I got Skyrim. Okay, so here we go. Let me put this in the beginning. You see the other junk in here. Got the disc only, but they were asking $2 a piece, so that would have come out to 10. I offered 5. The guy said, "How about 7?" So I got these 5 games for $7. So about, was that like $1.40 a game or so? Again, I'm a sucker for it. I don't care. And he had some more titles there I just really wasn't willing to pick up. They weren't even worth $1.40 or $1 I might have been able to get them for. So these were the ones I got. $7 for 5 games. Good deal. You let me know. Please put it down in the comments, all right? And let me know. Tell me, am I stupid for buying these? Is it a waste of my time and money and energy? Sometimes it is. Sometimes I already know the answer to that, but I can't help it. I'm a sucker for games for that cheap. Found some more games moving down. Found some more Xbox 360 games. I forgot how much they were asking for these. I think they wanted $10, I think, for these 3 games. And I offered them 5, and they said sure. So I paid $5 for Grand Theft Auto 4 for Xbox 360. I believe the map is in here. No, it's not in here. Okay, that's something else. Liberty City Guidebook. Okay, I didn't open this one up, I guess, then too much. I'm going to have to check that, make sure it's in good condition. Grand Theft Auto 4, Battlefield 3 Premium Edition. Okay, both discs are in there. And unfortunately, I also picked this up because, again, I got 3 games for $5, so I picked this one up. It's a Connect game for 360 to Disneyland Adventures. Okay, I actually have an Xbox 360 Disneyland Adventures console, complete in box with the Kinect itself. Console was barely used. I found that a few weeks ago. I believe I showed that on here on my first episode. If you want to go back and check out that first episode, please go ahead and do so. Not very many people have. My very first one. I mean, you want to see how all this stuff got, how I'm getting started with this? Go watch some current events, some recent history, if you must. But anyway, paid $5 for 3 games. Again, less than $2 a game. I have a hard time passing that up. Now, as I was looping through the neighborhood, I did find another. I mean, again, tons of garage sales. Talked to this one lady. Said, gave her the lowdown on how many games I'm looking for. Not how many, but what kind of systems I'm looking for. And when I said GameCube, she perked right up, and I was like, perfect, because I'm really trying to build my GameCube collection right now, especially with all the empty cases that I got the other day. I'll even take some loose discs for cheap. And out on her table, she did have a couple of 3DS games. She had Animal Crossing, Welcome Amiibo, and Pokemon Moon. Okay, here, I don't know, it's kind of blurry. Anyway, so there's the Animal Crossing. And the Pokemon Moon, yeah, I'm going to see if this... No, it's not focusing too well. My focus isn't working. The label, as you can see on here, even with it not focusing, the label is really shoddy on this, so that's a bummer, but that's all right. I mean, I think I haven't tested the game yet. I'm going to make sure it works. If it does work, I'm not a big Pokemon fan. I never got into the game. Judge me for it in the comments if you want. That's fine. Tell me how much I'm missing out. I've done so much other things. So I played so many other games and done so many other things in my life, friends. I just don't mind missing out on Pokemon. But I paid $5 each for these. I tried to get them both for $5, but no, she was stubborn and said, I hate to use stubborn. That sounds so negative. But she was tough, and she said, no, I'm going to have to ask $5 each. And that's still a good deal. So I paid $5 each for Animal Crossing and Pokemon Moon for 3DS. And then when she went inside, she said that she got shot down by both her son and her husband on the game. She said, no, we're not getting rid of those. Those are collector's items. And she was shaking her head saying, yeah, I don't think they are, but whatever. And I missed out on some of that. She was telling me they had some Mario games. I was like, man, I bet you they have Paper Mario in there. Oh, I need that disc. Man, I need that disc. Anyway, let me get back to the adventure. So I'm driving around. I see a table being brought outside of a house. Again, this is probably 8 o'clock in the morning, about an hour into it. So people are still coming out, setting up late. They don't like to wake up early on Saturdays. I don't blame them. I don't either, but I got to get ahead of my competition. And I saw like 3 young boys, like, you know, between like 10 to their teens or so coming out. And I said, pull over. No one was even at this house yet, of course, because nothing was set up. And I said, perfect opportunity. That's the type of demographics I'm looking for. Is I'm looking for kids or even toys sitting outside. Stuff that shows that they might have some video games. And I don't always look for that. I've asked people that have like antiques sitting outside. I'm like, you have video games? And they're like, oh, yes, my grandson, granddaughter had these things or whatever, my son, daughter. And it just doesn't hurt to ask. I can't say that enough. So anyway, I saw these boys. I asked them if they had any games. And one of them happened to have a game in his hand. And I said, well, do you have anything else inside? So they went inside and got some more video games. So he came out with some are garbage, and some is just shovelware, and some are okay. A couple of them are okay. But I came out on top after I tell you how much I paid for them, and after you see what I got, you'll see that I came out on top. So I got for PS4, again, not so retro, but I got the Show 17 for PS4. Star Wars Battlefront Deluxe Edition for PS4. For Xbox One, I got Marvel Superheroes 2. For Xbox One, Batman Arkham Knight. And here's where we start getting into a few other things that I was a little bit happy to get. So Wii U, Marvel Superheroes. That's something else. Lego Marvel Superheroes. I love collecting for the Wii U. It's another good. It's already kind of an obscure, failed system, and I like collecting for stuff like that. I don't know why. I just do. Got a copy of Wii Play again. Okay, so another copy of Wii Play. And then I got New Super Mario Brothers Wii. Nice, complete in box. Disc looks amazing. And then I also got Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii. So I paid $15 for the lot. At first, a kid was like, oh, $50. And I was like, oh, you can hold on to all of that. And then someone else said 10. They're like, no, that's too low. So they literally, these 3 boys like huddled up around each other and were like discussing. And I heard one of them say, they just kept throwing the number out, 15, 15, 15. So I heard 15. I got $15 out of my wallet. And I literally was just standing there holding it out. And I was like, here you go, 15. They each got $5 out of it. I got a great, pretty okay selection of games. So I am stoked to get that. I got all of these. You know, when you see it like this one at a time, doesn't look so good, but all of this for $15. Yeah, all day long. All day. All right. Driving around, making my way through this neighborhood, which again is right down the street from me, but I was even getting lost in there. Came across another garage sale, again asked, and found out that at this garage sale, somebody had they said it was a Nintendo DS, so I was like, I'll be happy to take a look at it. So this girl brings the DS down, and it came in this nice little Mario bag, okay? And come to find out, they had the box for it too. It's been a little ripped off on the corner right there, and as you see, this side right here, it's got a little damage to it on the box, unfortunately. But it was a 2DS, so I was really happy to get a 2DS. I've never had one. Honestly, I don't even think I've ever held a 2DS. But inside the box is the charger for it, so I did get the cable for it. And inside here, I've got a couple of games. It came with SpongeBob Hero Pants. And I don't know, this is camera. I got a new camera, friends, but I don't like the way it focuses or doesn't focus. It's not doing too good. I'm going to have to play with this, okay? Again, I'm new with this stuff, so I'm trying to learn as we go. There's got to be an autofocus I got to set on there or something. I don't know. I'll play with it. And it also came with New Super Mario Bros. 2 for 3DS. Again, you can't really see it. Sorry about that. And then here is the 3DS itself. It's a crimson model. I believe that's what it is, a crimson. So if y'all don't know, crimson means red. It's a form of red. Okay. Anyway, works just fine. It's been formatted already, cleaned it up a little bit, but happy to get a 2DS. I don't think I'm going to keep this, though. I've already got a 3DS, and I don't have a lot of room. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to keep the Mario game in there. I'll think about that, though. This would be easy to sell, the official 3DS case, Mario case, really nice. So look for it on eBay probably real soon. Rolling around. What else did I get? Here, let me just knock this out real quick. Speaking of cases and stuff, it was at a garage sale. They said that they sold all their video game stuff already. I said, darn. As I'm walking out, they didn't have any video games, but they did have video game stuff. So I paid $2 total for everything that you're about to see. I got a DS case. So here's a nice little DS case. 25 cents they wanted for it. I found a Sonic the Hedgehog wallet. I think this is a wallet. No, this isn't a wallet. Ooh, what is this? This looks like it might be a game case as well. I honestly thought this was a wallet. Huh. This might be a console case, like a DS case or something. It looks like a DS would fit in here nicely. Interesting. Anyway, I paid 25 cents for that as well, too. As you know, I paid $2. Here's another case. Pokemon case. Paid 25 cents for it. Pokemon. People love their Pokemon. Never been used screen protectors. I think there's like 2 sets in there, I believe, for DS. Some DS game cases, a bag full of them, a little baggie full of them, and some more. Actually, are those 3DS game cases? No, those are DS game cases, and so are these. So a couple of bags full of plastic DS cases, and for all of that stuff right there, I paid a grand spanking total of $2. Again, community sales, they're the best. Had some good deals this weekend. Got a lot of stuff. Nothing. Well, I got something I'm really excited about, and you know me, I'm going to save it for the very end. So if you just want to skip through the rest of this, I understand. Some of y'all don't have, with the impatience, I know, but just stick through it, friends. I'm going to get through this. Let me get back to it. Near the end of the day, everything was already wiped out. I was surprised to find a couple of PS1 games. Test Drive 4 and, what is this? Newman Haas Racing. In fact, this is even missing the box art in the back. This is not the original case. But a couple of PlayStation 1 games. They're kind of crappy. But I paid $1 each for them. Again, I can't resist $1. Cannot resist games for $1. This was my actual last pick. Was this my last pickup of the day? I don't know. I stopped. I did a lot. There was a lot of stopping. I was going at it for about 4 to 5 hours straight. So I was at that garage sale when it started in that community at 7 o'clock, and I didn't leave till about lunchtime. I was tired, worn out, hungry, had to go to the bathroom. This was not a developing neighborhood with porta cans like last weekend, so I wasn't willing to go stop somewhere either. I like to keep going. Competition's fierce. But anyway, picked up this bundle of games for $10. $10 is what I paid for this at the end. So for the original Xbox, I got, here, how am I doing this? America's Army for the Xbox. I got Motocross Mania 3 for the Xbox. Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future combination for the Xbox. Okay, that's a great one right there. That's fun. The Herbs Sim in the City for Xbox. Conflict Desert Storm Platinum Hits for the Xbox. PlayStation 2 Spy Hunter. Nowhere to Run. You got nowhere to run, pal. And then Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX 2 for the GameCube. And for, what was that, 7 games? Yeah, 7 games. I paid $10 total for it. Yep, all day. I'm going to keep doing it. I can't pass it up. Alright, what else did I get? I got tons of stuff. So I said strap in. Let me go quickly. Let me speed things up. Alright, so I think this was my actual last sale or my second to last. Again, I can't remember. Let me grab some of this stuff. I got to move all over this room to get things today. I asked if they had any video games. I saw like an older teenager and maybe a younger teenager or a preteen boys, couple of boys at this garage sale, and they had a nice long driveway with just all kinds of stuff. And I said, video games? You got video games? Nope, we don't have video games. Okay. I didn't believe him. As soon as I walked up there on one of the tables, I saw for Xbox 360, Lego The Hobbit. I was like, okay. It's in horrible condition. Well, the disc is, I think the disc is actually the one thing that's in good condition. Yeah, disc doesn't have a fingerprint or a mark on it. And the manual's great too. Just unfortunately, looks like there was water damage to it on the back. You can see that nastiness. It was gross. Okay, so just that box art is garbage, but I'll put that in some bundle and get rid of it. I don't plan on keeping something like this. Normally I would keep it because I don't have it. I don't know. I have no... Xbox 360, I'm sorry, y'all are going to hate me for this, but it was one of my least favorite consoles. A lot of good games. I was bigger into the PS3 during that time. I've always liked the PlayStation. I like the Xbox too. I don't discriminate against consoles. But anyway, found that game. And then I found... Let me just hold this up like this. I'm going to do this quickly because this isn't that big of a deal. All these DS cases. Now, Disney's GeForce, no, not in this end, the other end. Disney's GeForce down here did have the game in it, but these were literally all empty DS cases that a lady was throwing away because she's like, I don't know if anybody wants this. These are just empty cases. There's no games. So she's probably right. But I think I've got a couple of these loose, so I'll be able to complete maybe like one or two of these. And the rest I'm sure I'll find over time. There's a lot of people always getting rid of crappy DS games, so I've got these cases. I picked that up. Okay, not done with that sale yet, so... Lego Hobbit for Xbox 360, a bunch of DS cases, a very nice Game Boy Advance SP little carrying case mini backpack, this beautiful yellow orangish color, loved it. Got this, and I got a couple of AV cables as well. I need some more AV cables for some of these older systems. It's just good to have some of those on hand. And for all of that, I paid $3. $3 for that. And this right here will definitely make my money up for it. In fact, I don't know if I want to sell this. This is kind of nice. I like this. I like this. Anyway, let me get back to it. So I'm continuing my journey through this neighborhood, all right? It's been an adventure so far. I've already found a bunch of stuff for a good deal. And I come across another person with a garage sale, and I see this young boy standing out there with his mohawk looking all cool, you know, being 10 years old or so, enjoying those good simple times of your life. Miss those. That's kind of why I do this. Okay, that's why I've got that channel, Nostalgic for Retro, because I really am. I just remember that stuff from the 80s and 90s vividly, even though I don't remember a whole lot of things from, you know, the 30-something years I've been around already, almost 40 years actually. But anyway, come across this kid. I'm getting nostalgic too. I'm like, oh, take me back, take me back. But I ask if he has any video games, and he says, yeah, I've got video games. He goes, do you like Donkey Kong? I said, absolutely, I like Donkey Kong. What you got, bud? Goes in the house to go get something. I don't know where this is going. I mean, I doubt it's going to be like Donkey Kong Country or original Donkey Kong for Nintendo, because like I said, this kid's maybe been on this earth for 10 years. So I figured maybe it was Donkey Kong for the Wii or something, or maybe even better for the Wii U. Do I have it for the Wii U? I don't have it for the Wii U. So if he would have brought that out, as you can tell he didn't, though, I would have been excited. But instead, he brings out Donkey Kong Country. Here, let me sit properly here. Donkey Kong Country for the Switch. And then also, Super Mario Maker 2. Excited to get this stuff. He says he'll sell them to me for $10 a game. I negotiated a little bit. I couldn't help it. I had to. I said, how about 15 for both? And he said, okay. So I got these two games for $15 for the set, for the pair. I was happy about that. Great. I can't believe I found Switch games 2 weekends in a row for so cheap now. $7.50 a game for this. It's awesome. Yeah. So, the adventure continues. One of my earlier finds, I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4 more bundles left to show, so let me get through this real quick for you. I appreciate your patience in sitting through and watching this. I hope you're getting as excited for what I found as what I did. Again, this took me hours to find. It was quite the journey yesterday. Here we go, though. So I go to another house. I ask for video games. They say, yeah, actually, I think we still have a PS3 upstairs. I say, great. I'd be more than happy to look for it. So they come outside, and this little girl, well, it was the father I was talking to, and this little girl brings out one game. Gosh, I don't even remember which game it was. And I was like, okay, there's a game. Let's see, though. Let's see what else that your dad brings down. Thank you, sweetie. And he comes out with a stack of games. So let me go through these real quick. I got Black Ops 2 for PS3. LA Noire for PS3. I got Need for Speed Most Wanted Limited Edition for PS3. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Infamous 2. That's rattling around. I can hear it. Let me fix that because I can't stand that. Not a scratch on it. Good. Okay. Call of Duty Black Ops. Gran Turismo 5. Need for Speed Pro Street. Uncharted 3. Drake's Deception. Drake's Deception. He's deceiving people, that guy. Need for Speed The Run. Greatest Hits. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. And another copy of Red Dead Redemption. Okay? So, I have, how many games is that? Oh, I got this stuff. I'm just kind of tossing all around, not caring, because, you know, this stuff is pretty rugged and tough. Let me see. How many games are in the stack here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games. Got a dozen games. Ugh. Got a slim console as well. So I've got another slim PS3 console. Okay, it's in excellent shape. Excellent shape. I forgot to check the size of the, how many gigs it is. So well, you'll see it online on eBay soon anyway. I don't need a third one of these. In fact, I got 2 of them I got to get rid of now. Picked that up, and he also had, can I do this? Here we go. So he had 3 black controllers, 3 DualShock 3 6-axis controllers. They're in great shape as well too. They feel fantastic. Buttons are all working. Happy about that. And also a nice pretty blue controller. Okay, I don't have a blue one. This one's staying with me. Daddy gets to keep this one, okay? So I'm getting the blue controller. I'll get rid of the black ones in the console. And I paid $30 or $35, I think, for that whole thing. I know it wasn't any more than that. I paid like 30 bucks, I want to say. I want to say I did pay 30 for it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can recall giving him 2 20s and getting a 10 back. So 12 games, 4 controllers, and a console. So Slim Model 2 for 30 bucks. And the cables were included as well too, so I don't have to dig into my stash of cables. 30 bucks I paid for that. Alright, we're getting there. Whew, a lot of stuff. Asked for more video games somewhere else because they didn't have them out. They just had some, you know, random knickknacks and stuff. And said, yeah, actually I've got some video games right inside. I forgot what organization was going to come by. It wasn't Goodwill or Salvation Army. It was something else. Was going to come by and pick them up later on. They were going to donate these. They were going to get rid of them. So when they brought them out, she brought out, I got a box here. It's in a box of, and it is full of games. Oops. Whoopsies. Okay, so let me go over these loose ones real quick. There were 3 of them that were loose. Actually, I don't know. They might be in the, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. I didn't check the condition. Normally I check conditions of all these games and stuff, but you'll know why I went at the end. So I got Blinks, the Time Sweeper for original Xbox. Let me find a safe place to put these. GTA 5 for PS3. Black Ops 2 for PS3. Madden 15 and 16. Can't stand these games. Just the same thing every year. So Madden 15 and 16. Fun football game. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Madden's fun. I enjoy it. In fact, I used to play all the time with some friends. Me and many friends have had some good times playing Madden games. They're fun. They just ain't worth nothing. And they're the same thing year after year. They just, anyway, you know it's shovelware. But let me dig into the box here now. So what was that already? Already got 5 games. Oh, jeez. Already got 5 games. And I got Advanced Warfare. Day 0 edition. I'm sorry. It's so old. It's Day 0 edition for PS4. I also got Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Okay, that's it for the PS4 games. Now I got some PS3. I got MX vs. ATV Alive. Battlefield 3. Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction, Greatest Hits. Monster Madness, Grave Danger. And that's it for the PS3 games. So what am I at right now? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll count it up at the end. I'm sorry, I'll count it up at the end. Let me keep digging in this box of games. Guitar Hero 2 for Xbox 360. Test Drive Unlimited for 360. Here, let me organize this a little better. I haven't done that yet. Been so busy. I usually get this stuff kind of sorted out first, but I've been busy. Excuse me. Disney Pixar Cars for Xbox 360. Black Ops for 360. Here, we'll save that. We'll save that. What else we got here? Yeah, here we go. Dude loved his sports. Okay, I was talking to the wife. Guy came out too. The husband came out too. So you could tell the interest of people. You can tell what is it they like and what they're into by their video games. It's awesome. Anyway, Forza 2 Motorsport for 360. Project Gotham Racing 3 for 360. MX vs. ATV Untamed for 360. Dude loved his cars, man. Loved to race. Anyway, Rally Sport. Oh, wait a minute. I'll hold that one. That was for regular Xbox. All right. I've got a stack of regular Xbox games with this as well too. I'm about to get into. In fact, you know what? Yeah, I will show that. Let me make that switch now. That was the last of the 360. So, Rally Sport Challenge Platinum Hits for Xbox. MX Unleashed for Xbox. And you may continue with some other things. I just realized some of these other games they're not following the trend. So let me go with MX Superfly. MX, if I see, man, the word MX keeps falling out of my mind. MX 2002. Need for Speed Underground 2. Forza Motorsport. Hummer Badlands. God, this guy just loved to have his racing games, I see. Jeez, some sports games, tons of racing games. Alright, here we go. And then for Xbox, Over the Hedge. This is where it starts to get a little different. DDR Ultra Mix 3 and DDR Ultra Mix 4. Okay, so how many games was that? Jeez Louise. Let me put these back in. And then I'm going to count them up, okay? Because this was all one bundle I got from one person's house. Obviously, like I said. Jeez, there's so many here. It's ridiculous. Actually, while I'm putting these together, no, I'll just do this. Be patient, Jake. I need to be patient. I said them to be patient. I need to be patient. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, plus 3, 29 games. 29 games. Again, they're not the greatest. I know that, but I got 29 games, and what do you guess? What's your guess? I'll tell you. $10. She said, I'm giving away anyway. Just throw me a price. Heck, I probably could have said 5, but nah. I don't want to be disrespectful to people and insult them. But I paid $10 for a box of 29 games. All right. Yeah, good little pickup there. Good little pickup. All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Only 2 more left. Thank you for sticking in. Let's do this. So, talking to this guy, he said he was looking for The Simpsons Hit and Run for GameCube. I said, I might have that loose. I might have that loose at home. I don't know. I'll have to check. So he said, well, I got some other video games too. I'll have to check for those. One of the people I gave my phone number to. So hopefully he calls me back. And I might make a trade if I can find, depending on what he has. I might trade Simpsons Hit and Run. He says he's got the case and manual, but he doesn't have the disc anymore. I'm like, man, I think I have the disc loose. I'd like the case and manual, so I'll see. If he actually hits me up and finds this stuff, we'll see where that goes. And if so, I'll make another video on that, of course, as well. But I got an empty case for MLB Slugfest 2004 for GameCube. Okay, it's an empty case, but it's for GameCube. That game's pretty easy to find. Ghost Recon 2 Summit Strike for Xbox. This is complete. And then Rainbow Six Lockdown for Xbox. This is complete again. Those aren't too big a deal, but also they had a bunch of empty console boxes. And she said, and the mom there said, you probably wouldn't be interested in those, though. I said, actually, I would. Those make for great decoration in my game room as well, too. They kind of complete some of my things as well. So she brought out a bunch of boxes. Some of them, and they were all in excellent shape. But when you see this game room one day, you're going to see I'm already running out of room. So I had to be kind of picky on the ones that I wanted. But I did get 2. I got 2 empty game boxes. So I picked up another GameCube box. This one is for the Indigo GameCube. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I had to check something on my camera. I'm trying to figure out how this new thing works. And then I got a PS2 Slim, the silver model, or is it platinum? What do they call this? I think it's called silver. Right? Oh. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And these boxes were in excellent shape. So I picked these boxes up and those 2 games and another empty game case. I paid $10 for that. So that's fine. That's fine. $10 wasn't bad for that. Now let me get to the final thing. This wasn't my last pickup, but I'm saving the best for last. So I was talking to a guy. I didn't have video games out, talking to him and his wife. And I actually was already kind of running out of cash at this time. I was running a little low. I wasn't running out, but I was running a little low. But I asked him if he brought this stuff out, if we came to a deal and we needed to, if he would accept Venmo. And they sure did. That's becoming a thing these days. So I had to Venmo my payment for this one. I'll tell you how much I Venmoed them at the end, but let me show you what I got first. He said he had an old Nintendo and Super Nintendo and stuff as well, too. He used to kind of collect as well, and he didn't want to part with some of that stuff. He did not want to part with it. And I was like, I understand, man. I get it. We were having some good conversations. You know, I met a lot of interesting people out yesterday and had a lot of good talks with these people. So it was a great time. Not just going out on the hunt, but later on in the day, after everybody started waking up and getting their coffee in their system or whatever it may be, conversations were flowing a lot more smoothly with everyone. In the first hour, it was just weird. People were a little grumpy. Some people were just rude. I don't know. I wasn't getting positive vibes, but as you can clearly see out of some of this stuff, the vibes came later. Anyway, guy brought out Sega Genesis, okay? He told me Sega Genesis. I got the Sega that plays the DVDs, and I was like, oh, you mean a Sega CD? Okay, now we're talking. Let me see the Sega CD. I've already got that Model 2 CD over there, and I was like, all right, cool. If I get another one, I can definitely make, if I get a good deal on this, I can make some money back for my day and help recoup my costs. So he comes out with this box, and you can tell by the way he's carrying it, it's pretty heavy. I was like, all right, I like seeing people with heavy boxes. If you're struggling to carry this box out, man, that's good for me, probably. So he brings it out, and inside the box, let me go over the games first, okay? Let me pick them up. Some loose, some complete. He had Flashback: The Quest for Identity for Sega Genesis. Just a cart. On this next one, we had Greatest Heavyweights for Sega Genesis, but it was a cart and the manual. So cart and manual on these two. Manual's in great shape. For being loose, and after just being, well, it's sitting around for all these years, didn't really move much, so that's probably why it's in great shape. But surprised to see the manual's loose without the boxes in that great of shape. Now Wimbledon, the little corner here is a little curled. It's okay though, it's not too bad. But Wimbledon Champion Tennis, oh, same as the boxing game. Cart and manual, no box. Madden 94. This game comes with, like, I mean, he has everything in here, the manual and the playbooks and all the plays and stuff. This thing is so fat it won't even shut. Okay, let me see. Did I show that to y'all? So much is in this box, this big old box. I mean, it'll snap shut, but it pops right back open. So Madden 94, again, no big deal. The games, those games were no big deal. Some of the other ones I'm about to show you, they get better. You know me, I like to start down and work my way up most of the time. He had a game, a 32X game. Motocross Championship for 32X. This is complete in box. So I was like, all right, awesome. I got a 32X about a month and a half, 2 months ago or so. So I didn't get that game. I can put that in the collection now. Oh, I've almost missed this here. Let me get rid of this. Sorry, kind of going out of World Series Baseball. This is complete in box for Genesis. Sorry, that kind of snuck underneath some other things. Prize Fighter for Sega CD, complete in box. Both discs in great shape, actually. You know, both CDs, the way they had this in here. This flip in here, okay? So, any of my friends remember Sega CD? I mean, I don't think many of them came with 2 discs, so that was awesome. And the last game that I got off of them was Mortal Kombat for Sega CD. So, I already have this one, believe it or not. I found this at a Goodwill when I first started hunting a few years ago. It was one of the best early finds that I had, was finding some Sega CD games at a Goodwill. Haven't seen that since that day. But I got Mortal Kombat for Sega CD, so that was great. So, let me get down to it. Like I said, he had a Sega Genesis. So here it is, the Model 2. Model 2 Sega Genesis. I've already got one of these. I've got a Model 1 and Model 2. I don't have a Model 3. If I find one, I might pick it up. Depends on the price, but I like to collect. But another Model 2. Actually, I might have to take a look at this. This Model 2 looks a little bit cleaner than mine. Might have to upgrade. We'll have to take a look and see. I got a Model 2 Sega Genesis. That was nice. And it also came with a OEM Sega Genesis controller, and it came with an aftermarket Sega Genesis controller as well. I haven't tested them yet. I'm going to test them. Of course I'm going to test them, because whatever I'm selling, I need to make sure it works. Alright, there was an extra, I don't know what this goes to. It went to some game, I believe. Maybe? I don't know, but there's a poster for, oh, this might have to go up on the wall, for Eternal Champions. This was in the box too. Oh, that looks beautiful. That, if you can see, oh yeah, the door right behind me right over here, I've got a Mario poster over there on the wall, and I was planning on adding some more posters. I wanted to get some authentic stuff. This might have to go up on that, and I don't know, I might have to flip it on the other side, because this is one of those old advertisements where you see all the old games, like, oh, buy me, buy me, buy me, buy me. Okay, so that might have to go up on the wall. I'll have to see how I want to apply that, because I don't want to damage it either. I have the other one kind of tacked up there with some thumbtacks. I don't think I want to do that to this, so okay, cool. That was in there. I'm saving the best for last, so if you think that was it, you're wrong. Got another 32X, and again, I think this one might be in better shape than the one I picked up recently, so got another 32X, and of course here comes the Sega CD. You know he had a Sega CD. The thing about this Sega CD, though, is it is not the Model 2. It was the Model 1. I've been wanting this for a while. I had a friend of mine across the street growing up who had one of these, the original, the first models of these Sega CDs. And I don't know, it was one of the very first, it was the, other than the CDI, I mean, I didn't really know about the CDI when I was a kid. This was like the first big, like, console CD system that I could recall. And I remember being I remember playing Lethal Enforcers on this when I was a kid with my friend, and I've been wanting one of these for a while. So I finally found one. I've got to test it to make sure it works, though. That's what I'm still nervous about. I haven't had time. I wanted to get this video going beforehand, but I've got a Model 1 Sega CD and a Model 2 now, so I've got both of them. And my Model 1 and Model 2 Sega Genesis consoles look like they have just these big old tumors coming off them on all sides. I've got my 32X and a Sega CD Model 2 on my Model 2 Sega Genesis on my consoles, underneath my CRT. And now I'll be attaching this to my Model 1 Sega Genesis, which has the power base converter to play Master System games plugged into the top of it. It just looks ridiculous, with a 4-port controller accessory in the front. So these Sega Genesis are just like expanding. It's crazy, but I was super stoked to get this. So for a Sega CD Model 1, a Genesis Model 2, a 32X, and those games, I ended up settling with the guy at $115. I came in at him kind of low. He didn't want to throw a price at me first. And I was telling him, like, listen, man, I don't want to insult you. I don't want to be offensive either, because I'm going to come at you low. I'm going to do that. And he's like, well, I've seen online that, like, a few years ago, I saw online that this was going for $200 to $400. And I was like, oh, man, I don't want to spend that kind of money. Don't want to spend that kind of money. And he's like, well, I'm not going to, and he told me he wasn't going to come at me for like $150 or something like that. So we negotiated. I started off really low. I started off at like $40. And I think that did insult him a little bit. He kind of like took a step back. And I know that's the look I get when someone shoots something at me that's just kind of an outrageous price. And he came back at me at about like $150. And we ended up settling at $115. So I paid $115 for all of that right there. Oh, and by the way, I almost forgot to show this. It even came with the old Sega CD user manual as well. So that was cool. And I got, what else? I got the Sega Genesis user manual. The original user manual came with it too. So that's just cool to see some of that neat old stuff. I think that's it. I think I was wrapping it up for yesterday. God, this was a ton of stuff, friends. I mean, this was a long video. I know it's super long. So thank you so much for sticking through. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, please, please hit the subscribe button. You can turn the bell turns on automatically. If you keep it on, that would be great. If not, you could turn it off. I don't mind. Just please subscribe. Check in with me every now and then. I don't know when I'm going to be putting out videos. Right now, I'm putting them out quite often. It's been really hard to do, but pretty soon it's going to slow down a little bit. I've got a little girl on the way. She's supposed to be here next month. Got a feeling she's going to be here a little sooner than that. Also, speaking of which, I had a sports car. You might have seen me in the last video rolling around. I didn't do any of that recording this time. Just got rid of that. I had to get a new dad car. So with the dad car, though, I've got a little SUV now. Now I can have an easier time finding some of these hauls and getting even more stuff. So hopefully there is more to come. In fact, not hopefully, I know there is. Got some other things I want to show. I'm going to be making some other videos. I've got something out of the shop finally. I'm going to give a shout out to the person who helped me out with that as well. I'll be making a separate video probably later this week. I'm going to try to. It's tough. Like I said, my day job is extremely busy right now. They've got me doing so many things. I've kind of stepped up in my job a little bit during the day too, so I've taken on a lot more now, which is good. I'm not complaining. It's just got me extremely busy, so it's hard for me to do this hobby that I enjoy so much, but I'm still trying to make that time, still trying to find that energy. So thank you once again. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Please share it. All right, tell your friends. Hey, let's expand it in this community. This is such a great community. You people are amazing. So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I am Jake. Thank you for getting nostalgic for retro with me. Until next time, my friends, be well. Take care. I'll see you.